Hi, everybody. How's it going today? Sitting here with Ben,
Hello.
the Ben Lush.
Yes, the one and only.
And we are going to add nested routes into my Ember app today. Yay!
Cool. Can I use RxJS for everything?
You told me that I didn't need RxJS because it was overkill for everything I did. I wanted to RX all my things.
Okay. Well, we'll do that at some other point. But
Yes.
my fair warning, my Ember is a little rusty.
Yes. It's okay.
All right.
Um, well, that's why it's going to be so impressive that you're helping me with my Ember app.
Yes.
So we looked at the guides. I'm on 2.2 on Ember, and we looked at nested routes. And the problem we're trying to solve is the fact that I have this Modern Web podcast page, but I
Who's
would
that handsome guy right there,
this
holding
one
holding his hand up like he's gesturing a deep thought to Sam Saccone.
deep thoughts about nested routes.
Yes.
So problem, right? Because I can only direct people to this page, but I want to direct people to like a specific thing and then have a new page pop up or something
All right.
like
So
that.
you want to be able to click that and go to another route.
Right. Are you ready for this journey?
Yes.
Okay. So in in my app, I'll just show you how it's set up. Our other friend Jay Phelps actually helped me refactor this code after Sam ripped my site apart at Google I/O. So each one of these cards right here is actually a component called iframe card. And then if you go into the route iframe card, where's the route? Where's the route? If you go into routes and then you go into, wait, no, it's in this route, Modern Web Podcast. He stuck all the content in there.
Awesome. So what I think is, I think we'll be able to create a nested route underneath that route
Mm-hmm.
that we can get the information from this route. Like we can say, oh, we have this ID, which you can see that the topmost ID there is 65-WWV
Mm-hmm.
and so on.
Well, these IDs are actually the YouTube and the Podbean
But we
IDs.
can reuse those because they're unique.
Okay.
So I think we should be able to.
But it's not sexy.
Okay.
Well, I new IDs.
We could use anything you want. Anyways, we'd be able to get it by that ID from this collection,
Mm-hmm.
but from this child route. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do this. So the
So
first thing we want to do is create a nested route by having a second argument to your route that's a function.
So this thing right here.
Yeah.
So this dot route that function. Can I use any arrow functions or no?
Yeah, you should be able to use arrow functions. That should be
So what do
fine.
I do?
Although, no, you can't use an arrow function because you need access to this. So just to explain the difference there, when you have a function declared like that with a keyword function,
Mm-hmm.
this keyword inside of it is a context that's specific to that function body. However, if you were to have an arrow function, it inherits this from outside of the function body.
Oh, got it.
So that's why we need it to be a regular function.
Okay, and then this dot route. I can probably do this in Ember CLI, huh? I'm
Yeah.
assuming. And then what? What?
I think that what we want to do is do like colon, yeah, ID.
That? Just like that?
Yeah, or whatever you want to call that parameter.
Oh. Okay.
And then that's fine for now.
That's okay. Okay.
And it's the linting is probably going to complain about that because it's missing a semicolon.
Oh.
And I'm assuming
Jay's linting?
if Jay Phelps touched your code, it's fully linted at this point.
Oh, it's not. He gave up.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn it, Tracy. After the first hour, he's like, no,
Yeah.
just not happening.
Jay likes his linting.
Jay the lint brush. All right, now what?
All right, so we did that. Now we need to go. Oh, you know what? This is going to be difficult. I'm not actually sure how to do this because I think we want to give this a name as the first argument. So instead of saying colon ID, we want to call it like
podcast.
Yeah, just podcast without the colon.
Oh, podcast slash ID or something. Podcast slash colon ID.
Yeah.
Slash colon ID.
Right.
Okay.
And now we need to go make a route. Like so underneath this routes folder, I think you need to create a new directory that is named modern-web-podcast and put a podcast route underneath it.
I don't just create a new route here. I have to like actually create a new folder.
Yeah.
And what do I call it? Modern
-web
podcast.
podcast.
Oh, got it. Okay. I totally should have done this. Wait.
Yeah, not.
I totally should have done, and then I stick this in there.
Yeah, I think you should probably put that in there. And then the next thing to do would be to add in the
podcast.
Yeah.
.js.
Yep.
Boom.
And inside of that, it's going to be the same top block of code. Yep. You can give it like a model function.
My goodness.
Oh, you got it so far. You need to close that with a parenthesis and then semicolon. And then add a model. Yeah. And just return anything. You can just return hello or whatever. If you want to say return and then like a string that says hello, probably. If Jay's linting this, that's not going to work because it's using double quotes. I'm going to keep bringing up Jay's linting for the rest of this.
I have double quotes and single quotes everywhere. Okay. Do I semicolon this?
Yeah, semicolon after hello. Not after model, though. All right. All right, so now we need to go add a template for that guy. So.
Oh, God.
Same deal.
Dude. I should have totally. So, if I was doing this again, I would totally be like Ember G route and then have done it that way.
We'll do it. We can erase the stuff and do it. It's fine. You can we can literally check in what's in this branch, go make a new branch and do what you wanted to do.
No.
In the code, this is saved.
No.
You sure? I'd kind of like to see that. You'd teach me something. I've never
really?
done that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, how do you do that? So let's
learn
a little bit of Git.
All right, so Command C and kill that thing.
All right, so Git push.
And then no, you want to do a commit. Then you can
Don't I have to add?
No, watch. You can do this. You can say git commit, then -am, and the A will automatically add it for you, and then you can, within quotes, like put whatever you want your message to be. Like.
Oh my God! Seriously,
mm-hmm.
This is the coolest thing ever. So like, no more git add, and then git.
Yeah,
commit.
The only time you have to do git add if you're doing this is if you have a brand new file that you're adding to Git that Git doesn't know about yet. But if Git already knows about the file, you can just do -a.
Git doesn't know about this branch until I make this one commit.
No, it knows about the file that you're changing, though. That's the important part.
So git commit -am and then save changes.
Yeah.
For
posterity. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, so now let's go back to master. So, right.
Let's see, podcast URL 2.
Okay, so show me what you're going to show me because this is new for me.
Well, I don't know how to let's look up Ember CLI nested routes. Ember CLI nested route. Because I usually just do Ember G route, but
that issue might tell you what you need to do.
But this is like 2014.
It's probably a start.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, see? Ember G route speaker/speaker. So I want to be like Ember G route modern web podcast /podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. Wait, hold on. Why is it still there?
I don't know. You didn't check that other code into main, did you? No. Couldn't have. Maybe, you know why? Because you didn't save it. And so it
I just need to
just close it, yeah.
Oops. Oh shit.
Oh, no, it's because it's a brand new file that didn't exist before. So like it's whenever you go back to the other branch, it's still there because Git didn't know to erase it.
Oh, so how do we untangle ourselves?
We could just delete that. Well, let me see. This is unusual. It almost seems like you committed to master. Do in here, kill that for a second and type git log.
Git log.
Let's see. And is there the top one is not the save for posterity.
It's just this one. Wait, no.
No, the very top one would have been for posterity if this is. So I don't know why that's showing what it's showing. Go back to your IDE real quick.
Is it even an IDE?
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, basically. Okay, yeah. So you see you didn't move that file. So just go ahead and delete the folder.
Delete the folder.
Yeah, it's just that Git didn't know to remove it yet.
Okay.
All right, now go ahead and do your thing.
Wait, how do I get out of this thing?
Hit Q.
Q. I'm saying escape.
Yeah, that's. I think the first 500 times I tried git log, I hit escape every time until eventually I was like, oh wait, Q to quit. All right, so.
Am I still running? Okay.
Yeah, do your Ember.
Ember S.
No, it's Ember generate route, right?
Oh yeah.
Kill it.
I don't want to kill it. So this is our first screencast together?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually look behind the camera or something.
Ember G route. And then I take the modern web podcast route, right? This one.
Yep.
Modern web podcast. Oops. /podcast. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, magic. Magic.
So fancy.
Yeah. Wait, so should I move this
So
in there?
let's just, I would say start the server and make sure that the other one already still works.
Kill it. I just killed it.
Oh.
And then you want me to start it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you want me just to go to localhost and see if it works?
Yeah.
How do you think people are going to feel about this podcast? Or this this thing we're doing?
I'd be surprised if we still had listeners right now.
Wait, it doesn't work.
So no, but go to that main route. That did work, right? The original one did work.
/podcast. Yeah, it's here.
And you hit enter there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then /podcast should have taken us to like a blank one or something like that.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Wah, wah.
Why doesn't it
I don't know. It seems to want to default to that route. So
because there's like nothing there. Is it because this needs to go?
Let's go look at your routes.js.
Oh, my router.
Yeah, maybe that's something that's. So.
Oh, because we did this.
No, I think it just did that. Like we undid that, and it just did it again because we had a /ID at the end of that podcast.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So, all right.
Should we go into the podcast at HBS?
Bro. You know what? Add a template. Let's just try this.
It already has it.
Oh, really?
Wait, no. Really?
Yeah.
I thought it would generate a
Didn't do
template
it.
for me.
It fooled you.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, bro.
Wait, hold on.
No,
look.
Oh, there
Look.
it is.
See?
Go in there, and there's.
That's right. Hi. Try to tie it.
Yeah.
All right. Doesn't like me. Okay.
I don't understand. Is it maybe because we need the outer one to be a resource? Let's try that.
Okay.
So let's go under the router.js again.
That's right here. Mm-hmm.
And change route modern web podcast to be resource modern web podcast.
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's true. We got this other one there.
Resource? No, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that might be an older Ember idiom, the resource thing.
Or aft.
Dead in the water, Tracy. End podcast.
Let's keep. No, we're keeping
All right,
going.
all
I'm
right.
publishing this damn thing.
All right.
Wait, no, really, what's wrong now?
What is wrong?
Why do you think there's something wrong? Created nested routes, this dot route, blah blah blah. This is like in 2014.
Wait, go back up. That showed me like resource and then route. And then
But this created it for us, right? So
let's go back up to routing, defining, and then nested routes. So that's saying route. Like, yeah. So is it that, is it that there's no outlet? So it thinks that you're for a nested route. Is it that for a nested route you, you know what? I think this might be the thing that's the difference between a resource and a route. Maybe I just didn't understand this till now, but I think that nested routes are when you only want part of the page to update for your lesser routes. So you add like an outlet.
Oh, right.
And
so
like
you have to add a top route.
Right. And a resource is where you're like, oh, well, no, this is something at a location and I have more than one route for it. So we probably do want this to be a resource.
Well, if you do like sign up, so let's like this, like if I go to / sign up. Oh wait, what is this? Sign dash up. Like, okay, forget it. Okay, go. Resource? This dot resource?
Yeah, so I think that should be this dot resource. And then underneath that, you should add a this dot route with just like a slash.
Where?
To say that. So like underneath the function, like right above route podcast. On line 11, yeah. And this dot route and then just like a slash.
Okay.
Yeah. And now let's go to your routes, and you're going to have to move files around most likely.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so move your Modern Web Podcast up into the folder, and name it probably Index, I would guess. I could be wrong about that, but try renaming it to Index.
Isn't that going to break everything else?
Maybe. And then
are you really gonna
go
let
down
me publish this?
No, it's horrible, but
what?
It's fine.
Wait, hold on.
Why did I make two?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. We if there's superfluous ones, it's not
right.
gonna make a difference. Go down here now and like take the other one and move it up and rename it to index.hps.
This one?
Yeah.
When do we call Tarasin?
I don't know. We are going to need backup at some point. Marty, in over my head. All right, so let's refresh this page. Did it already refresh?
I don't know. Probably.
All right, so now do /podcast and see if we get magic.
Oops.
Podcat. We should make a podcat.
Boom! Oh. Dude, you're magic.
See?
You are magic.
Every now and then I'm
oh my god,
mildly smart.
You know the JavaScript. I'm so happy.
I remember my Ember idioms once in a great while.
I really thought that we were lost. I thought we were going down a path.
Yeah, so it's probably totally unsurprising to hear me say that we just lucked out right now. All right. So
high five. I'm publishing this.
Do it. It's lovely. No one's. All right. We've dropped all listeners by this point, anyways.
But whoever is listening just learned routes, and that was pretty amazing. Like that was some good troubleshooting.
This is like the hidden Easter egg. Anybody that's listening right now, if I see you, I will buy you a beer. But you have to tell me about the specific incident and the word. I don't know. You gotta have a keyword. What's the password?
Routes.
Routes. If you come up to me and say, Ben, routes, I will buy you a beer.
Hold on, did you see that? And you learned about the Easter egg.
That's amazing.
If you click on that, you get that. It's a beautiful add-on. Anyways, okay, let's go.
All right, so, all right.
All right.
Now we're only partway there because we have to get like a
So I should probably generate like a component for what I'm showing in my handlebars file, right?
Right.
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 Well, let's not worry about that right now, but I will do that.
Yeah, right now let's just show something. So let's go to our route for podcast. Actually, let's go to router.js one more time because we need to get some sort of, and right there, instead of just podcast, do podcast/:ID.
All right.
And then let's go back to our route for podcasts.
Okay.
No, the actual one named podcast.js.
Okay.
And in here, I don't really remember what the arguments are to model, but I know that you can get that ID that came in. So can you just on line 5 add in like a console.log arguments above the return? Otherwise, I'll never hit it. Yeah. And then parens, and then just the word arguments. Perfect. And we'll see what arguments we're getting. We can explore this in Chrome. So let's open up our Chrome debugger. So fun fact, if you hold like Alt and then Command and hit J, it'll just open up. Right to console. Isn't that amazing?
Alt, Command, J.
So now let's go like put in a route up here of like /podcast/ whatever you want. Now, there we go. Okay, so looking through that, showing everything, but it's like it didn't hit the code. Leave that open. Don't bother closing the debugger, but go into your into Atom and change console.log to the word debugger.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just like you can wipe out that whole thing, but yeah. So now we should hit some code, and we did not. So the routing is not firing for some reason. Why is the routing not firing?
Isn't it because there's nothing in the route?
No.
Is it because it's supposed to be in the index?
I would bet it's because we didn't do it right, maybe. So let's go back to router.js and change route podcast /:ID to route podcast. No slash, and then comma. And then we're going to add an object literal in there with a path. So like curly braces for an object, you know.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed. Okay.
No. And then add a property of the object named path, so PAT, yeah. Perfect. And now we'll add a string of podcast /:ID. That's all going to be a wrapping string.
Double or single? This one?
Single, or J will flip out.
Okay.
Right. So,
look at my doubles right there.
So so it hit our debugger.
Woo!
So that fixed that problem.
High five!
All right. So now
what exactly just happened?
So,
it's just the way like it was written wrong.
Right. So what the first argument is the name of the route, and then the second argument we're saying, okay, for this path, and we're specifying that we have like an optional or an argument to the path, that :ID part, and you don't get that unless you specifically declare it like this.
Okay.
All right. So let's go back to that debugger that we hit, and I want to see. Collapse the word call stack there.
Where's the word call stack?
Over on this side. Like to the right. Down. Yeah, collapse that. So local. So under local, there's this class. Interesting. Hit escape. It's going to open the console, and now just type the word arguments in there and hit enter, and we're going to examine what's currently in memory. Right here in the yeah. Right. So now what we're doing is we're exploring the arguments to the function, like whatever. And it looks like there's two arguments. There's an object and a transition object. So you can look inside of those. Transition, and then what's in the first one? So there we go. We've got our object that's got our high in it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to our route where we had our debugger statement. And yeah, our podcast route. Where is it? Mm-hmm. It is. And change debugger and return hello into just return ID. Well, first let's get that first argument from model, so we need to assign it to something. So put some sort of variable name there, whatever that may be, like params or something like that. And then we can return params. Well, let's just return a new object literal. So, no, not that. You're being silly now. So curly braces.
Okay.
Not inside the string though. Yeah.
Oh, JavaScript.
Curly braces and then ID.
Okay.
Colon. Params.id. And what that is going to return a brand new object that's not the parameters object. Because you don't want to like mutate that somehow. And it's just going to have that ID on it. So we're going to return that. Now let's go to our template for package.
Package.json?
Yep, or package.hbs.
Podcast?
Or podcast, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the package tab when I said that.
Okay.
And in there, let's just write out like model.id. So with double curly braces around it, because
I was like, what's that gonna... Okay.
All right, and so let's see what happens.
Oh, we're at high.
Oh, we're stopped because of the reloading. Right, so let's change high to like anything else. Here we go.
Woo!
So now we've got that updating. Such wow.
That excites me more than anything.
Right.
All right, we're getting distracted.
Okay, so
I'm distracted.
we're making progress. So I think we should go back to our route.
Okay.
We should go back to our route for podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need to do is we need to figure out a way to get the data from the other route into this.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a way to do that, like because it's a related route, like should be able to just load it up and get it out that way. Let's do it the cheap way that I know how to do it first, okay. And then we'll try to find out the idiomatic Ember way. So go to modern-web-podcast route. So we've got this huge thing we're returning in here.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to select the entire object that you're returning.
This entire thing,
including the curly brace on the whole shebang, right down to up one.
And am I copying or
yeah, I want you to cut it, and then say return. Let's export default. Right up above it, like on line 2. Say export const data or something like that, all in capitals or whatever. It doesn't matter how you put it in there. Equals and then that object.
The entire thing?
Yep. This is a really cheap way to do it. It's definitely not recommended, but this is just to get it working for now. So let's go down to the lower part where we cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to return data right there. Now let's go to our podcast route.
Oh, like podcast route.
Yeah.
Got it.
And let's import, and then curly braces data, because it's exported by name from ./modern-web-podcast. And inside of here, we're going to need to find the item from that data list by ID. So right now, the best way I can think to do that at the moment would be to just do like a filter. So you could say return data dot filter. And what this is going to do is say only give me the ones that match this function inside here, and then filter's a function, so we're going to call it with parens. And just say like x or some variable name. You can use an arrow function here. Oh, you don't need we're actually inside of the argument to the filter function is another function. So inside, yeah, right there.
Whoa.
And you want to say x arrow. So x is the item in the data list, we'll say. And we'll say if x dot id, so just let's say x dot id equals params dot id. You're going to have to add spaces to this eventually, or Jay will flip out. And then we'll close.
So pretty, it's rainbows.
It is. That's perfect. If that's what makes you happy, we're going to do that. And then you can get rid of that other stuff afterwards. We don't need it. And then, yeah, so now we're going to get back this array of things. So this is a good first step. We probably don't need it to be an array. We want like one single item. So I would say remove return from that and say like, const found equals that. This is a really ghetto way to do this, by the way, but it's going to work to start. And then, yeah, they've already stopped. Otherwise, I owe them a beer. So we're going to go down afterwards, and we'll say return, and we're going to use a ternary expression. Have you ever heard of a ternary expression?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're going to say return, and then you say if found and found dot length is greater than 0. I love that you never add spaces. I love it. It's like self-minifying code.
I'm minifying my life.
Found dot length is greater than 0. Question mark. There we go. And then we're going to do found, and then we're going to take the 0 index off that found array. So it's just regular square braces. No dot.
All right.
And then a 0. Awesome. And then we're going to go colon, and then whatever we want to turn other than that, which is going to be like, I don't know, null for now. And then you can add spaces around that semicolon anytime you want.
Right here?
No.
Wait.
No.
Where?
Oh, I'm sorry, the colon, yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. All right, so now let's go back to your template for this, the podcast.hbs. And let's just put let's say what's something that comes from the data. Can we look at the data? Because there's like a name, right? Something like that. Title. So let's just write out like title.
Okay.
So we'll say model.title. All right, so go ahead and save that, and then we need to go back and get one of those IDs off of that data list so we can test this out. That was under what, modern dash web dash pi, yeah, the routes. And yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Oh, and then we just do that.
Yeah. Cross your fingers. Doesn't look good right now. It's a big white screen.
No, wait, hold on.
Yeah, you got this. Nice.
Boom.
And so what do? Filter is not. Filter is not a function. What is data? Is data an object?
I don't know.
Let's go back and look at data. I thought it was an array. That could be wrong.
Where am I looking?
It is an object. I'm a dunce. Scroll up some. So, okay, so it's an object with podcasts in it. So let's go to our podcast route again. And instead of filtering data, we need to filter data.podcasts. You can leave filter in there. Just add podcast stop right there. Perfect.
Oh my god.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. High fives all around.
All right. So this is now we're off to a good start. But what you need to do is you need to.
Not
For
make it
now,
janky.
you could just use that whatever that iframe card is or something, and use it exactly the same way you were using it before,
lovely.
right?
Oh, that's so good.
So
okay.
that would be like a very first step. Is like now I've got this on a separate page.
So I just do like iframe, frame, frame, card. But it needs to have all this stuff in it.
So yeah, let's go look and see how it's used in the other template.
Where is it?
Modern Web Podcast template.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
I
gonna
was-
copy the entire thing.
Oh, I see. Well, I was just going to say you could actually use that component, but
This is the component. Oh, well, this is. Oh, wait. Oh, I see.
oh.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
So let's
Going
go. Yeah.
Going there.
Index.hbs. All right. So
Here we go.
it just takes a podcast. So all you have to do is say iframe dash card model equals model, and you should be golden.
That's it? Well, I need to stick this stuff in there.
No, you don't. You
No?
don't. I swear.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe you.
So iframe card model equals model.
Model equals model.
Let's try that.
This doesn't look right.
Let's try.
No. It only shows two things. Why?
Don't know. Probably because of some like CSS thing, right? But it is actually showing stuff. So let's.
Cards container. It's cards container, model equals podcast. Each podcast has podcast. Cards container.
So yeah.
Oh, here. Wait, where's my amp gun? Am I like derailing here? Cards container. No, that should be okay, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything specific. Why don't we go examine the output? Like, I don't know.
Oh, wait, no, I can't do it like that.
Or actually, look at the template for the iframe component.
Okay. Done. I'm here.
The template for the iframe component. What does it say? So we can see the top part. And we can see the description.
Oh, I wonder
but
if
we're
this
not
entire...
seeing
Hold
the
on.
iframe thing.
Let's look at the... Oh, no, podcast source. Okay.
So we're not seeing the if has clicked. So that's probably why.
The if has clicked it's just this functionality of the clicking.
All right, so if it's not clicked, the video stack background, the image URL is probably not relative, or it's probably
The image is...
it's probably looking for a relative image. Can we look at the data again to see what kind of data we're getting through?
Oh, it is, because I'm defining a specific image, and then I'm putting it in my public folder.
Yeah. So it's probably looking and saying, oh, I need to find it from...
But it will only be for some of them. So let's try it for... Because some of them are pulled from YouTube, and then some of them are pulled from not if I define it specifically. So if I go to model and podcast, and I choose... Well, actually, if I choose this one, because this is a dino one. Oops. / podcast / Oh, there's your face.
There you go. That's what everyone wants to see, is that repeated across their screen.
It's totally effed, but it works.
Yeah, so now we just need to fix the CSS on this particular screen.
Oh God.
Or you can redo the same sort of logic and like do a different layout.
Wait, so
this is I just wanted to see that everything would be able to show up.
Yeah, and then the reason why this doesn't show up is because the image is specifically defined. So do I need to change the image URLs, or?
You know what? We might be able to go in, like, this is an interesting one. So go back to the template for podcast.hbs.
Mm-hmm.
And just put in has clicked equals true. there. We'll trick it into thinking it's clicked. This might work. This would be weird if it did, but let's see. So there you go.
Yeah.
So let's get the whole thing already up there.
But it doesn't have, like, I'm trying not to load this for performance issues.
Yeah, but I think it's okay on this, on like when you're just loading one, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, it's
Your problem
only
before
because
is
it's like 10 million.
Yeah, you're loading a whole bunch. So I think that's totally fine thing there. So I think that you've got the feature that you want. It's just a little hacky right now.
Yeah.
And we'll need to iterate on it to make it better.
How?
How? I don't know. You've reached the limits of my abilities, Tracy. I mean, ideally, you would have this template instead of leveraging iframe card. You might like do a whole custom layout.
But the logic,
sort of
like in terms of the logic, you said it was hacky. Like, is there a better way to do it? Or
I'm sure there's a better way to do the data handing off. I think you can require a route from another route and load data from it that way. But I don't really remember how.
Okay. That's cool. This is fun. I'm really excited.
So we still need to make these things where you click them and go to the other one, right? Or do you
Oh,
care?
yeah. So I just do this. So if I go to my iframe card, that's where I need to put it, right?
Yeah. Which is funny because it's going to go to a screen that also has an iframe card on it. So inside that H4, you can do like what is it? There's like a route transition helper. So link to, that's what it's called, link to.
Yeah, I want to do the entire thing to be a link to. So I just wrap the entire thing in a link to, right?
Yeah.
I do link to.
Look at you know this stuff. You know Angular now.
Haha. But I don't know JavaScript.
You're doing fine.
Oh god. Oh god. The spacing. I know it's wrong. I'm feeling so insecure right now. Wait.
Jay would be so proud that he successfully made you insecure about it. I pick on poor Jay all the time because he really is like, his code is beautiful.
Oh, look how bad this is. It's like card panel wrapper, single quotes, double quotes. Okay, anyways. So now what?
Link to,
but it needs to link to something.
I don't remember what the link to. Like, I think the first argument is like.
I have link tos somewhere in my code. Well, here we go. Found it. No, it's not.
But they're probably not taking like arguments.
Link to index.
Yeah, but we need like to send an argument along, right? Like params of some sort.
Okay, look. Link to location tag name li class. No.
No, I think that's just the tag name and stuff. Parameter. Let's see. I'm googling. Link to post. All right. So here's what it looks like. You've got link to, and then a string that says the name of the route you're going to. So in that case, it would be podcasts. And then in parens, there's query dash params.
Link to.
Although that doesn't seem right because we're not using query params. We're using like a regular object. It's not query params that we want. This is underspecified. The wrong thing.
Ben, you're so patient.
Let's see, into route name params. All right. So here we go. So.
Link to route name, so it's podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Podcast, and then just ID. Like after that, space ID.
ID. Oh.
Oh no, outside of this string. I'm sorry.
No, you would expect me to know, right?
And it's not in the string.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be called model. It'll be model.id. No, podcast is a string because that's the name of the route you want to go to. And then we'll do model.id, and that's the ID that we want to give to that. So let's see if that. What did we break? Oh my god.
We broke everything. Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's look at the console and see what we broke.
Everything.
Here, assertion failed. Did not match any routes. What? Oh, well, let's go back one. That's not going to match a route because there's no slash, whatever. So, yeah, let's figure out what that one broke because that's not good. So open up the console again. The Pro. Let's see, and then why is it still complaining about that? We're not in that route. Hit refresh just one time, or just yeah. There is no route name podcast.
Is it because it was a resource? No.
What did we change it? Oh, it doesn't like the link to. So go back to the link to and just change it to be modern dash, like instead of podcast, change it to be modern dash web dash podcast slash podcast.
Oh, I see.
I probably just couldn't find the route, and so it vomited everywhere. Oh, there's no route named that either.
Modern web podcast.
Slash colon ID. Boy.
No.
I'm Googling. I'm Googling.
Do you think Taras is going to watch this and just shake his head?
Yeah, I would hope so, because this shows how rusty I am.
No, this is like the best, right? It's
Yeah.
like you do Angular and React, and you're helping me with my Ember project. It's amazing. And plus, I think all this troubleshooting is really good for people who are actually listening to sort of, this is good, right?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you know, I'm a guy that spoke at some of these huge conferences and stuff, and this is insight into, like, if you've got imposter syndrome, welcome to the club. I'm an imposter too. Hello, Mr. Pot. I'm the kettle.
The keyword, the magic word is what? Routes.
There's link to blog. This is old. This is from 2003. I'm Googling stuff now on my machine. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Handlebars. Link to nested resources in Ember.js. Question mark. Link Stack Overflow. So link to, and it's saying episode. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's not link dash to. It's link capital T.
Really?
Yeah, that's what this is saying.
No.
Maybe this is just old. I bet this is just old.
Yeah, no, that's not right. Because if you look at all my other things, like if you look at my nav bar. Oh my god, am I doing that one wrong? Maybe I'm doing that wrong. Hold on. Wait, I don't know how to get there. Let's see. Nav bar, I don't think. Yes. Link to. No, see, that's right.
Yeah,
Link to,
you're
link
right.
to.
You are
Missing
right.
Something. One thing. One thing today. Two.
API. I think we need to hit the hotline.
Hold on. I got the hotline.
Are you asking Taras?
Yes.
We need a Sherpa quick. We're dying on
Ember Sherpa, help us.
If not, I'm sure Jay Phelps is smart enough. He's online too.
Yes. Hold on. He's not online. Okay. Screen here. And this, guys, is why you need an Ember Sherpa. This is exactly why you need an Ember Sherpa. You know, like these people who have paired with me who are Ember people. Oh, this is Angular, but I feel like it's sort of dangerous to have me on your screen here. Although I've never abused it before. I've never accidentally or purposefully called somebody. Come on, Taras. Oh, so exciting!
Or do we have backup?
We have backup.
There's a cavalry coming.
This is my favorite screencast I've ever done. It's literally, hi. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us?
Do we know anybody that works
Oh,
on this?
hi.
There we go.
Where are we? Hey.
Hey.
Hey, so Ben and I have been pairing.
It's not a total train wreck, but
It's not.
we've derailed. We're calling in a Sherpa.
And we're actually this is a recording. This is a I'm screencasting right now.
Okay.
So what we tried to do is for the Modern Web Podcast. Well, it's broken now. But anyways, there's a Modern Web Podcast page right here. And I wanted to make these all link, like, these have individual routes and stuff. So we created this like route thing over here.
We've got a resource with a route underneath it that's got a parameter going to it, and we're trying to use the link to helper to link to it, and we're failing.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on. So you've got. So this is going to be pretty confusing. This part right here. So I think what you want to do is this thing is probably called index. You probably want this to be index.
Okay. Oops.
Right.
Sorry. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Index.
And if that's the case, you don't really need this. You can just take it out because that's a kind of implicit.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we're already refactoring out like lines of code. We don't even need it.
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't. Yeah, so resources is not really a thing anymore. It's just routes.
Magic.
So now what you want to do is you have this. So right now the way this is going to read to the application is that this Modern Web Podcast is going to be the URL, and then this is going to be additional path, and then this is the dynamic segment. Is that what you had? Was that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you should have done this whole podcast with him because that way people would still be listening right now.
Anyways, keep going.
All right, so
just for the record, Taras, I've already offered anyone a beer that listened up until about, 15, 20 minutes ago. If you get to this point, I'll get you a shot too. But the key word is Taras, so there you go.
I'm already one beer in, so.
And you're doing better than me.
So we've got this route and
and then we stuck things here. So do we delete that one?
Okay, so this is going to be the implicit index route. So that's going to be okay. So this is the list of all of the episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine.
And then the Modern Web Podcast.js is just a double thing, so we can delete that, right?
Yes, you can delete that. You don't need that.
Oh my god. I think I know what happened.
And then...
Do you want to say what happened?
On our link to,
mm-hmm.
I think we needed to just do like route name dot, like modernweb-podcast dot podcast.
Oh.
So that my secret, I also pulled in my hotline. I got Jay Phelps to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Where's Jay Phelps?
Jay Phelps he's right here on Slack.
Did you really ask him?
Yeah.
We got Jay and Taras helping us.
Everybody.
So everyone here, just so you know, you too can develop your own Modern Web Podcast app. You just need thousands of dollars worth of developers to show up and help you.
Yeah, you need the best and the brightest. Recycling all around you, everywhere,
yeah.
all around.
So that looks right now, right? That looks better.
Yeah, that looks better.
Okay.
And then now it should work.
I think so. Yeah.
We do have an additional question for you though after this works. Wait, you should wait. That was our link too. That we want to see if we can click one of those things.
Wait, what?
Click one of those.
Oh no, this is the.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Modern Web Podcast doesn't work.
Okay, so let's look at what's happening here. What is it complaining about? Cannot find module. Modern Web Podcast imported from route Modern Web Podcast. So it's going to import this route, which you probably don't want. So it's going to.
Oh yeah. So this just so you know, Taras is my hacky solution to get the data. So I realized that in Ember there's some way to share data from a parent route to a child route. That's true, correct?
Yeah, there is.
And and the problem is that I was like, I don't know how to do that. So I'm literally just doing like a named export from that same module. So go show them that go to modern-web-podcast route. Yeah, so the index route right there. So right here, you see what I'm doing? Oh, it's been moved back, or you guys moved it back. That's why it's broken, because I was export const that object,
Right here.
right, and then I was importing it right there so I could use it again in
So
this
you're
really
just using
this really
effectively
hacky way. Like
JavaScript
it's
instead of using Ember, you know?
Using JavaScript instead of using Ember.
yeah, stupid JavaScript. Who uses that? So what's the idiomatic way to do this? Certainly, it's better than what I'm doing here with filter and whatever.
Right. So okay, so you've got this. Okay. Um, so these are siblings, and if you want to share them, you probably actually no, yeah, if you want to share them, you probably want to put this stuff into the Modern Web Podcast route. So I think you were on the right track. It's just that it's not there.
Just we didn't have a Sherpa, so we were on the right track on the way to die at Mount Everest. That's
up the wrong mountain.
Wait, so I just need to create a new file?
Yeah, just create a new file. Just create a new Modern Web Podcast.
Or .js.
Do you think I'll ever have anyone pair with me again after this?
I'm pairing with you.
Nice.
Import Ember from Ember.
We'll do this the other way around, where like I'll have Taras teach me RX and be like,
oh yeah, that'll be good.
Oh yes, that's going to work.
I want you to do that. That'll be exciting for me.
So then it's a podcast. So this is going to be a hash of podcasts. So let's just take this stuff and then move it into this route here.
I'm having the best time ever. Like, this is better than life.
The podcast. This is in the hash here. That's good. That's an array. That's good. Okay. So that should be fine. So now here we can say this model for Modern Web Podcast. And then the same thing here. So this, I actually think that there's probably, we might not even need this index route. I think it's going to just grab that by default, but I don't want to rely on that. I don't know. But here's this. So this is your.
This is actually really exciting because you're basically refactoring JavaScript into Ember, right?
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's like amazing.
Oh, I remember Model 4. Yeah. I remember that now.
Okay. It's all coming back?
It is. It's honestly, I
Wait, that's
touch
Celine
a
Dion
large
right there.
Ember app to maintain it every now and then, just as like maintenance. But yeah, it's been probably a solid year since I've like developed an Ember in earnest. Not because I don't like Ember, just because I've been working on other things.
But this is actually really exciting for me. It's
She taught me stuff, Taras. She did.
What did I teach? I taught.
Stuff.
What is that guy?
So many dials.
This is fun. So now we got it. Now it works.
What's gonna happen?
Oh wait, hold on.
Tracy's gonna keep having these pairing sessions, and then the tables are gonna turn, and she's gonna be teaching us.
Sometimes I teach you, right, Taras? I'm like, hey, did you know that this could happen? Like with the lazy loading in Angular 2?
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of exciting.
Yeah. I don't know what. Ember doesn't have that feature.
Just wait till she starts talking to you about monads.
Uh-oh.
And monadic bind and things like that.
You guys are so supportive. For everybody who is actually listening, which is probably like 0.
Hi, Mom.
This is why having mentors around makes me so happy, because I can dabble and play and do silly things like this.
It wasn't bad. Like
It was pretty amazing.
I didn't yell at you at all.
No, he didn't yell. Taras is very patient too.
Have you ever had anyone yell at you while you're playing with him?
Sometimes I cry and whine. I mean, depends on how
you
close I am
you
to
yell
it.
at other people.
Yeah. What's wrong? It's good,
No,
right?
it's all good. I was looking to see if there's any errors. So let's see if this is loading to make sure that you're getting that.
Okay,
so
well,
what are you guys going to do now? Now that you've paired through this, what's next?
that's basically it. We're done.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay.
But guys who are actually listening, you can follow Ben at Ben Lesh on Twitter, and Taras is at Ember Sherpa. And Taras, I love pairing with you. I love pairing with you too, Ben. I love pairing with both of you
It's
and
okay.
Jay. What do you mean it's okay?
No, you need me to get you like part of the way there, and then we just need Taras to come in
Yeah.
and push you
No,
over
well,
the
I
finish
need you
line.
to do it in JavaScript, and I need Taras to come and do it the Ember way. It's like, it's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but fortunately, the git commit is going to be in my name.
I think that's called full stack
Yeah,
development.
it's totally true.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good night.
Alright,
Bye.
Bye, Ben.
Bye. Thank you.